Well, welcome to my new digs. I got a lot of updates to go over, so let's get into it. So a little bit of a life update. I've been busy. We recently moved. We found our dream home. I got my dream shop set up and we are just so happy, so excited. Finally found a place that is right for us, for our family, for our lifestyle, and to hopefully have more room to produce more content and have space to tinker and do more projects. So here is, obviously you see this big rig here. This is kind of a sneak peek of what's to come. I got an awesome brand deal working with Honda Canada. Super excited, more to come on that, but that's where this is living right now. So this is obviously the garage. This is a single car garage, has electricity. It's a total mess right now. We're still moving in obviously, but it's a fair sized garage with lots of ceiling space, enough to fit a vehicle in here if we really needed to, and couldn't be happier. This place has also come with a awesome shed, which also has power. Again, like kind of a garden shed. Looks like a 6x12 unit. Basically what I was working in at our previous location, at our previous house. I was basically working in this size shed. So this is working really good for, you know, the garden utensils and tools and stuff on a concrete slab, so it's done right. But to even go further, wait till you see the backyard. Also got a wicked large driveway, so I can park all the trailers and all the projects without being yelled at by the wife, because before it had to go in the backyard and I was just kind of in the way. But yeah, so we're going to the backyard here, and I just can't wait to show you guys. I'm so excited. What you see here is a raised garden bed, again on a concrete slab, and my wife and I don't quite have green thumbs, but here we are. Plenty of potential to grow some veggies. Oh, you got some cherry tomatoes already. It's kind of end of the season. And then we also pulled a massive cucumber, one that was probably 6 times the size of this one. This is all chicken wired, fenced and protected from the deer, which I already had a doe and her 2 fawn come by and eat from our apple tree. Hello, mama. So some good apples? Where's Dada? Where's Dada? That's so cool. But the most exciting piece to all of this is this 18 by 24 workshop, and oh my god, I am so excited to show you guys. It is a complete blank slate. As you can see, it's totally open. I really appreciate, because I can do what I need to do in here without any, you know, demolition required. So obviously part of the project here is going to be to fully insulate, wire, electrify, and turn this into a proper workshop. But this is so much room. Well, and speaking of power, just in my new workshop, I need to cut my bed frame in half, because believe it or not, it doesn't fit in the house. This is a king size bed frame that I built just using nominal lumber. I did it about 3 years ago. Moved out of the house no problem, but it will not go upstairs, so I gonna cut it down halfway point here, make 2 halves, and that way I can bolt it back together inside, and I'll be using the Ecoflow Delta to power my saw. 100% AC on. Plug this bad boy in. Let's get to cutting. This video is supported by Ecoflow. This is specifically the Ecoflow Delta 3 Max, which has a powerful 2400 watt output, and X boost mode, which supports heavy duty appliances up to 3400 watts, such as refrigerators, coffee makers, washers, and circular saws. There's the little back panel. You can charge with the AC input or your DC input, which is the XT60 for solar or alternator charging, and then you can adjust to have adjustable charging setting or fast. This is your typical cigarette lighter 12 volts DC outlet. This unit has nice carrying handles on either side, so it makes it super easy to lug around. On the front panel here, you have the nice LED display with input, output, remaining days, and percentage left on the battery. Below that, you have 4 USB outlets, USB-C, 30 watt, 100 watt, and 18 watt USB-A, as well as 4 AC outlets that are on and off powered by this switch here. Alright, now that I've got my bed cut in half, I have to build some braces so that I can reconnect it and bolt it together. So I got this 3/4 inch piece of ply, scrap ply, that'll work just fine. And we'll see if the Ecoflow can run the Ryobi table saw. The Ecoflow is equipped with a long-lasting, durable, and reliable battery, LFP cells offering 10 years of reliable power, an EV-grade CTC structure that protects it against overnight condensation and off-road bumps during transportation. Well, that was impressive. And this thing is still at 94%. That's gonna work well for this little setup before I get any power in here. So yeah, I just cut this plywood pieces 3.5 inches deep, so that I can use it as bracing when I connect two halves together. Well, it feels like I'm using every excuse to use this thing because now I gotta cut these, chop them down because they're too long. And you guessed it, I plugged it into the Ecoflow. Let's see if she can chop. The Ecoflow is compact, portable, lighter than ever, and works anywhere. It has a 10 millisecond auto switch fast enough to keep critical devices running smoothly. The unit is super quiet, and you can control the unit using your phone to monitor and have real-time battery status, electricity prices, and savings. Well, that's another task completed with the Ecoflow. I must say I'm really impressed by this. Especially because, you know, in my situation, I'm in this new shop that doesn't have any power. That's a little solar light you have there, but nothing else, no power at all. And so for running some power tools, this thing is coming in clutch. All right, this bed is probably better built than most houses. Got my spice plates on every cross member. I reinstalled this brace here so that it accounts for the flexing the plywood. Time to put my legs back. Oh yeah, right on the floor. Iron pipe, and they go like that, right there. Oh, of course, that one left a nice little mark on the floor. Ay, ay, ay. Too much stuff. Okay, so legs back on, flip this over, headboard attached to this here, which by the way, that was a barn door. And we can get our bed back together. So big shout out and appreciation to Ecoflow for supporting the channel and sending me this Ecoflow Delta 3 Max to try out and use. And as you can see, it provided instrumental helping move into the new house. I definitely see in short term, maybe even long term, with the expandable battery package, I could power my shop using the Ecoflow system. Check them out, link down below. Thanks again, let's get into the video. Well, I feel like it's every boy's dream to own a riding lawnmower with a trailer. And yeah, this is gonna make light work of having to move a bunch of stuff from the front shed that a bunch of stuff just got dumped in. Move it all the way to the back. I just charged the battery and this thing runs, purrs like a kitten. You already know I'm going to be taking that safety switch off. Oh, it's going to make hauling stuff so much easier for the move because all this stuff has just got to go in the back shed here. And the nice thing about having the 360 hitch is that it's super versatile, and tongue on this trailer is super light, so I can just use the riding lawnmower to move around the yard. I'm going to move this in the back because this is going in the workshop for the winter. So excited, like I can't even express how happy I am. It's a total disaster right now, and I'm sure it's going to take a long time for me to, you know, organize this thing, because you know me, everything is going to have its place and everything is going to be in its place. but this is more room than I've ever had in my entire life. The awesome thing about this is because there's already the other garage, and also, oh, I forgot about the lean-to in the back, so let's go see that really quick. So there's also this lean-to behind the shop that, again, has a concrete slab, and this is where all the lawn tools, riding lawnmower, you know, all the outdoor stuff is going to get stored. And so the super exciting thing that I really appreciate is that I don't have to mix the areas with other stuff, right? You have your utility garden stuff. In Canada, you need, you know, your shovels and your snowblower, all that stuff for multi-seasons, as well as your lawnmower and all that for summer. I have the opportunity to essentially organize this as I see fit, and this can be a dedicated workshop. It doesn't need to share any room with anything else. This is our space, and this is gonna be the future area for the Joel Trombley YouTube channel, where I'm gonna be taking on whatever projects I decide to take on. I'm so excited. This is huge, and I just can't wait to, you know, get in this and share with you guys, because it's gonna be an awesome time. I can't express how excited I am. I'm hoping it comes through on video here. I just can't stop smiling even talking about it. You know, this building was built over 10 years ago, concrete slab, there's no cracks in it, and the walls are super thick, well built, and so I know that this facility, this structure was done right by the previous owner, who lived here for a very long time and has done a ton of work here. We know the family through family friends, and he was a civil/structural engineer. So, you know, being an architect, I definitely appreciate the discipline. Super excited, you know, to be coming in here, super honored, and not going to take it for granted, because this is huge. This is such an awesome opportunity, and I'm not going to sleep on it. I'm going to turn this into the best space possible so that I can produce the best content possible for you guys. So I've been really thinking about, well, what does this mean going forward, and what should we include, or what should I include for you guys to follow? And I think this being a project that is dear, personal to me, is going to cost a ton of money from me, but I think I'm going to also share this. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments if you want to see how I outfit the space. Obviously, I'm limited to the shop. Structure is already done, the shell is already completed, but everything, you know, the fun stuff on the inside we get to do together. The couple big things is that, you know, I have to insulate this space, and I have to come up with a heating system, maybe cooling system, I'm not sure. I was kind of eyeballing or thinking about doing a mini split system. But the big thing is that I do have to bring electricity here, because this shop is not electrified. Or do I go in full off grid and just have it completely separate from the house? Not sure yet, but if you guys who have your own shop, who built your own shop, I would love for you to share in the comments things that you did in your shop that were a game changer, things that you guys did, you know, differently than someone else you might think, lessons learned, stuff that, you know, I would totally appreciate having, you know, just the experience and the knowledge to share. And then maybe I can include some of those components or those design ideas into this shop build, because we're starting from scratch here, and I want to share it with you guys. I'm not going to be sharing too much with the house. That's our personal space, our private area. But this space here, this is our space. This is our room to play and test things and just have fun with it. So yeah, please let me know in the comments if you have any ideas or suggestions. I am open, all ears. We got lots of time to figure this out. Yeah, and so this structure is an 18-foot by 24-foot footprint with an 8'8" ceiling to the underside of the trusses there. This structure is built exactly how I would have designed it, right? The first 8 inches is a course of cement block to keep the wood studs off the cement sill, and then everything is framed out with 2x6 framing, pre-engineered roof trusses, and then we got plenty ample of daylight here with some windows, and then I have the option to, you know, put this window and move it back to the other lean-to, or put a door through here. Not sure yet. Got lots of opportunities to do something neat there. And then the other thing, which is definitely really nice, because these are high quality double doors, metal double doors, but I imagine I might go ahead and install a overhead door with a, you know, dedicated man door. And another thing I really appreciate is that there's a full lean-to here on the side, which was used for firewood storage. But as you can see, there is where I kind of keep my canoe, because got to keep the canoe stored and protected, and that's the spot for it for now anyways. Oh guys, I'm so stoked. I'm so excited. This is awesome. And so the property too that we got is over an acre, and it goes 450 feet back from the road, the main house, and I'd say only 20% of the lot is developed. So you can see there's the workshop there with the lean-to in the back. And let's go for a little hike back here, because there's some interesting little things back here that you know, just get me excited as well. We're on original well and septic system, so those of you who do have experience with this is completely new to us. We have some family and friends who do live on well and septic. I know it's pretty common, but yeah, any lessons learned or advice, definitely appreciate it. I know the road now has water to it that we could connect to if we ever had issues, but it's, you know, far back from the house and the shed. Yeah, definitely appreciate any experience and lesson learned and feedback that can be shared with us. That'd be greatly appreciated. Yeah, so here, I'm not 100% sure yet if we have running water or a creek on our property, but there appears to be some sort of water running down here with these check dams staggered throughout, and I'm sure in this prime this place was really beautiful. You see there, little check dam and running water cascading down on there. And so the really awesome thing about this property that we're so grateful and excited for is that we have a ton of space for our family to grow, and you know, for our lifestyle, this is exactly what we're looking for. But we're within only 5 minutes of the city. You know, we don't have to drive a big long distance to commute to work every day. I got the opportunity to hunt my own property, which is, I think that's every man's dream, right? In other news as well, keep you guys updated, we're expecting. So we have another one on the way. You guys seen Jensen in a couple videos. My son, he's 2.5 now. And yeah, we're expecting another baby due in April. Yeah, life is good. Life is really good. Well, the joys of buying a new house, learning that the furnace kicked the bucket. So I am here with my buddy Frank, Top Notch Contracting. Gonna slap a new unit right in. It'll be that easy. Right. Don't worry, I still have the tackle box, which is the ex-military overland trailer build. That is right here beside me, waiting to be put into the shop so that I have, you know, the space to work on it. I also have the truck box, the 5x8 cargo trailer. I still have that, and there's, you know, ongoing work with that, ongoing adventures, and lots of other exciting stuff in the works, so you're not going to want to miss it. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any good suggestions. This is me starting fresh, having lots to learn, lots to do. Can't wait to get into it and share it with you guys. So thanks for watching, stay tuned, and on to the next one. Are you driving?
You go faster.
Oh, you're gonna drive faster?
Helmets.
Helmets. Always gotta wear your helmets. Make sure to always wear your helmet.